Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a group of states are challenging a rule that would require minimum staffing for nursing homes. And Kentucky is moving forward with an initiative program to create new teachers.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. We're inching up to that 6 o'clock mark this Friday morning. We are moving our way through Friday. So far, so good. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Desmond for a look at your forecast. Megan, it's Friday. We are looking forward to great temperatures, ?
Yes, fabulous temperatures this weekend. We even have a chance at the 80 on Sunday, so looking forward to that. But right now, fog isn't going to be an issue for you if you're leaving the door right now. Taking a look at Pikeville first. It's a little bit hazy on that camera, but not too much going on there. Same with Mount Vernon. No fog really in the area at all. And as we continue into the London Corbin Airport, see that fog is not going to be an issue this morning. You're only really seeing it being an issue if you're in Harlan at ½ mile visibility or Ashland at 3/10 mile visibility. The current temperatures will be in the 40s for the most part across the area. London Corbin Airport is at 41 degrees. And as we look throughout the rest of the region, we're seeing some areas potentially in the 30s right now. We have 36 for Grundy, 33 in Clintonwood, and if you're in Hazard, 37 degrees is the current temperature outside the door. We will be warming up, though, to our highs today. We're going to be in the low to mid 70s for most of the area. There are some chances that you could see the upper 60s as your high. Wise is one of those cities with 68 as their forecast high for today. Next 12 hours, though, nice and sunny. Grab those sunglasses as you head outside of the door and enjoy the beautiful weather while it's still here. I'll have the ARH 7-day forecast in just a couple of minutes.
All right, Megan, thank you. This week, Kentucky joined 19 other states in challenging a federal rule regarding nursing home staffing requirements. Samantha Valentino breaks down the lawsuit and why state senior living advocates say they are against the rule.
Attorney General Russell Coleman has joined 19 other state attorneys general in challenging a Biden administration rule setting minimum staffing requirements for nursing homes. The nursing home minimum staffing rule applies to facilities that receive Medicare or Medicaid payments. The final rule requires a standard of 3.48 hours of direct nursing care per resident per day.
There are many flaws associated with this, namely, we're basically out of compliance the day the rule was published.
According to the lawsuit, 211 long-term care facilities in Kentucky do not currently meet the rule's staffing requirements. It goes on to say they'd have to hire an additional 185 RNs and 1,336 nursing assistants to be in compliance. The suit aims to reverse and overturn the rule.
We can't manufacture healthcare workers.
Tim Vino is the president of Leading Age Kentucky, a senior living disability service provider advocacy organization. He says the state is already struggling to combat the ongoing staffing shortage across the nursing home industry.
We're going to put a very fragile long-term care infrastructure in even more harm's way by implementing something that may result in significant penalties and sanctions against these facilities for not meeting the requirement.
Vino says he's grateful Attorney General Coleman joined this lawsuit, arguing it could cause immediate irreparable harm. In Frankfort, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
Governor Andy Beshear hosted a Team Kentucky update yesterday. The governor discussed a number of topics, including economic development, the state's response to natural disasters, and infrastructure improvements. Johnson County Judge Executive Mark McKenzie was also in attendance in Frankfort. The Johnson County Fiscal Court is using more than $4.5 million for a project known as the Kentucky 321 Shared Use Path.
This project represents a tremendous step forward for us in our community's infrastructure, connectivity, and safety. The corridor of Route 321 is one of our most congested and traveled in the community. So with this funding, we will be able to create a dedicated, safe path for pedestrians and cyclists.
McKenzie also says with the funding, this will help those with mobility challenges navigate through the community. In that briefing, Governor Andy Beshear also announced new funding to support veterans. The Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs Board approved $145,000 to 4 organizations to support veteran programs. Kentucky's Habitat for Humanity received $90,000 of that funding. The money will be used to repair the homes of low-income veterans. Governor Beshear says more than $955,000 has been raised for 29 organizations. State and educational leaders are working to invest in students interested in teaching. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox tells us about a new program bridging gaps for students working to earn certifications.
Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman says growing the economy starts with investing in schools throughout the state.
That makes our teachers the original job creators. So investing in them, investing in their classrooms, investing in their kids is the way that we build a better economy.
Administrators with Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College created a program investing in students called Pathway to Promise. Students get a clear pathway to earn certifications through avenues including dual credit classes.
We build that bridge directly from our high school to SKCTC.
That also includes transfer agreements between Kentucky colleges.
Our goal is to not make barriers for students, but rather to remove barriers. So we want to make sure that we are giving credit to our students who have earned educational credits at another institution.
Leaders gathered to celebrate the new program. Lieutenant Governor Coleman, who is a former teacher, says they want to continue fighting for teachers.
We're here for them, we're going to support them, and we're going to keep fighting for them every day because they're the ones that fight for our kids every day.
Lieutenant Governor Coleman says she hopes to replicate organizers' hard work across the state. In Knox County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Officials say the program partnerships also help recruit educators back into local districts. Interim Southeast President Patsy Jackson says they have partnered with Barberville Independent Schools for the dual credit portion. Millions of retirees are getting a raise in the new year. The Social Security Administration announced a cost of living adjustment that will bump up monthly checks starting in January, an average of more than $50. 72.5 million Americans receive Social Security benefits, and the 2.5% increase for next year reflects cooling inflation.
The increase is based on the previous year. So if you look at a year where you get a big Social Security cost of living increase, it usually means that the previous year you didn't do so well.
Recipients got a huge bump in 2023 to account for record inflation post-pandemic.
We're quite clear right now, no rain, mostly no fog, and if we take it satellite and radar, you can see there's not much going on. This is a trend that's been happening this week, and it's continuing today. We do have some fog in the area though, so if you are in Harlan or Middlesboro, you're at half a mile visibility, and Ashland is at 0.3 miles. So just make sure you're being careful in these areas. If you're looking at WYMT studios right now, it appears that we have some fog. These are just some low-lying clouds, so keep in mind that the higher that you are driving elevation-wise, you still might be running into clouds even if we don't say that there is fog where you're at. Current temperatures 37 degrees at WYMT, but across the board we're seeing mostly 40s for current temperatures right now. And as you're heading outside of the door today, we'll be getting gradually warmer to our high temperatures today in the low to mid 70s. Some areas even seeing a little bit warmer than that.
All right, Megan, thank you. This week, Lloyd College has celebrated its homecoming. Last night, the campus hosted Eagle Madness for students, and this weekend, the college will host its annual Appalachia Day. WYMT's Neely Green spoke with college officials about the big plans on campus this weekend.
Thursday evening, Lloyd College celebrated a special night. Eagle Madness is an event that showcases ALC student athletes with a parade and pep rally.
Just a good night of fun and kind of introduce our athletes and our teams to our fans and to our school, and just have a good night of fun.
The homecoming festivities do not end there. On Saturday, the college's annual Appalachia Day will take place. This will be the second year back for the event after a few years of cancellations.
After the flub we had to canceled, along with COVID. So last year was the first year in a few years we had it. It was wonderful. People were so happy to come back, and we're looking forward to a good day.
Appalachia Day celebrates the history of Lloyd College by inviting alumni, donors, and the community to join current students and staff on campus.
We also celebrate our Appalachian heritage, and we feature local crafters, local musicians, and local food vendors throughout the day at the festival.
Students at the college are excited for the big day. For some, this will be their first Appalachia Day experience.
I'm excited for Appalachia Day because it's my first one as a student on campus. I'm excited for the music and the food, and I'm excited to get to meet some of the donors that come on the campus.
Celebrating a big week on campus. In Pippa Pass's Neely Green, WYMT Mountain News.
Saturday, the event will start at 7:30 in the morning with the Run on Purpose 5K. The race is a fundraiser for the Crusaders in Action group on campus. The group of Lloyd College students and June Buchanan school students plan to travel to Guatemala in May for a mission trip. Thanks for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. When we return, Vice President Harris brings out a heavy hitter on the trails as former President Trump makes a new promise on the economy.